So for our last speaker, our governor, I want to say a couple of words before I turn it over to him. So again, there was a day, a couple of years ago, after the governor was elected, where I happened to go to a meeting on electricity and heard a passionate vision of where electricity and self-sufficiency and independence and low-cost services needed to go in Vermont. And I thought, gosh, that's someone who's a visionary. Then I went to another meeting and heard our governor talk of a different topic and thought, gosh, that's someone with a vision. Then I heard the governor talk about broadband, and that's as much a vision. It's not his only vision. It's one of several visions, but we're really proud to be playing a small part in implementing that vision. We think it's really important, and our friends from Sprint, for example, just told us last night why people all over America say we wish that we had someone like Peter Shumlin in our states. So with that being said, Governor, nice to see you, and thank you for coming.
Thank you, Michel Guité. Thank you, Diane Guité. Thank you, VTel Springfield. It's great to be here with you, but it's so great to be in Hardwick, where, as Congressman Welch mentioned, we're hooking up Hardwick to the world. Most importantly, we're hooking up the world to Hardwick, and that's what really matters. Listen, there are so many people to thank for this moment, but I want to start by, as governor of the greatest state in America, I have the privilege of having the best congressional delegation in America for whom we would not have the funds to celebrate this moment today. Senator Patrick Leahy, Senator Bernie Sanders, Congressman Peter Welch, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We would be starving without you. But this really is an example of how to a public-private partnership right. And I got to say that Michelle and Diane and the VTel team, thank you from the bottom of my heart for partnering with us to make this moment possible, not only in Hardwick, but across Vermont. It really matters. And you happen to come from the town where they grow the best strawberries, by the way. They're back there in the back, and don't leave here without eating some of those Springfield strawberries. But thank you, VTel. Our partners in this are not just VTel, as you know, but we're collaborating with public and private partners across the state. I also want to thank the Assistant Administrator Adams for being here. Without you and your agency, we would not be where we are. Thank you. Thank the Administrator. We were on the phone with John earlier today, but you got a great boss. You do a great job. We're grateful to you. And I want to thank my team. I know my commissioner is here, Chris Recchia. I know that Kirsten Bourgeois, who we put on this in big ways, as well as Porter and the whole team. Thank you for all that you're doing to make this partnership possible. Listen, let's talk about this for a second, why this is so important to Hardwick, why it's so important to Vermont. You know, I'm shy about saying this, but it so happens that we happen to live in a state that has the second lowest unemployment rate in America, the second lowest. And one thing that all of us on this stage and under this tent and across Vermont understand is that we can't grow jobs and we can't improve our quality of life if we're not connected. And as Senator Leahy said so eloquently, this is no different than his grandparents being hooked up to electricity. And we saw that and we seized it, and together we have delivered on high-speed internet access to every last mile. We've got most of it done. We've got a solution for everyone that isn't hooked up yet, as is happening today here in Hardwick. Now, some will say, well, Governor, you know, it's happened a little more slowly than you might have hoped. And the answer is, yeah, true, fair enough. Big projects often do. But, you know, the old Vermont adage, measure twice, cut once, is an example of what we're doing here right now when we flick the switch, turn on the cable, and provide over 20,000 Vermonters with high-speed, state-of-the-art, world-class technology that VTel and other partners are delivering. Not just here in Hardwick, but today it means service for North Hero, for South Hero, for Dorset, for Windsor, for Barrie, for Sheldon, for Barnet, and for Fairleigh. That's a big deal. Now, I get how big that deal is. As the first Vermont governor a number of years, was actually born and raised in this state, raised my kids here, I endured raising 2 teenage girls in a house that had no cell service and no high-speed internet access. And all of you who have daughters or sons know how painful that is. So today, this is not just about jobs, it's about quality of life. It's about your kids not nagging you. I'll never forget when, all we had was a copper line in our house throughout my kids' childhood. And the phone would ring, and it would ring. And, being a politician, we kind of like the phone to get answered. And I'd say, girls, Olivia, Becca, pick up the phone, will you? It's ringing. And they go, well, why? I say, because it's ringing. They say, well, it's not for us. They had a point. So that's how important this is. Bottom line is, this is going to put us on a cutting edge of jobs, of safety, as we found in Irene and other storms we've had, internet critical to making public safety an important backbone of our state, and obviously quality of life. So listen, this isn't just about today and VTel, it's about our statewide effort. And our other partners, I'm incredibly glad to have Sprint here. Where's the Sprint team? They came up from Washington, D.C. We've got folks from the Ericsson team. Thank you. We got folks from the Ericsson team here from Chicago. Where are they hiding? And all over the country. Thank you for your technology and being part of this. We've got Senator Jane Kitchell here, who, along with the rest of the legislature, helped to get us some funds to help make this all happen. Stand up. Thank you, Jane Kitchell. Make sure she gets reelected. She's doing a great job. Most importantly, we have all of you and our other partners. Our other partners, along with VTel, that's Comcast, Fairpoint, EC Fiber, SovereignNet, and others, are making sure that we get this job done. But I want to say to both Michelle and to Diane and the VTel team, you are carrying a huge part of this opportunity and this burden. We thank you for the work that you're doing. We're emboldened and encouraged by your commitment to the right technology at the right time. And we look forward to getting every last mile of Vermont hooked up together. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.